Yeah. All right. All right. What's up? What's up? It is 7 o'clock p.m. on Thursday, the 13th. What's up? How are you? Barbara Long. And I'm Angela Davis. And today is episode 4 of Throne Thoughts. And tonight we're going to talk about what's the game plan for your life. So we are excited. Woo! Yes, to be here tonight. And yeah, so we'll just jump right into it. So maybe you are asking for the wrong thing, right? So maybe in life we asking for the wrong thing. So I just want to tell everybody, welcome back. And we got real talk, real conversations, 2 real queens on here. And I'm sure some queens watching, and some kings too. So I want to start somewhere that we're going to challenge everybody tonight. Sometimes we're going to ask God and we be like, God, I really need some money. We ask him for that, but he's really trying to give us a vision. So we asking him to change our circumstances, and then he's trying to give us clarity. Okay, so we're gonna hit some key points tonight. We're asking him to open a door, and he's saying, I need you to get in alignment. Okay, and then we saying, dang, we need some miracles happening. But he may try to, be giving us strategy when we missing it. We missing it wholeheartedly. We fumbling the ball. It's over. Went all past us. But what happens is when he gives us the blessing, but we don't have the wisdom to manage what we got. And so what happens is when he gives us the opportunity, but then our environment keeps taking you out of basically where you need to be. And so what happens if God gives you the vision, but you don't have the strategies to execute it? And that's what we're going to be talking about it tonight. What is the game plan? Because we have to believe the game plan that's for our life. But queens, you got to be willing to get in position. Kings, you got to be willing to get in position. So if you're not in position, how you gonna do that? So we're gonna break down 7 parts of the game plan. So Barbara, we got my co-host on here tonight, Barbara Long.
Woo! Hey.
Founder of Raising the Bar Academics. She's that in full effect. So we want everybody to get on and put your comments out there. We can see them. So, we're going to get into it. So the 7 parts of the game plan is the first one we're going to go through is the vision. Like, please, God, show me. So before you ask him for more, you need to be able to see it. But if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to recognize the opportunities that are supposed to take you there? So vision isn't just about you seeing what exists today. It's being able to clock it and see what exists tomorrow. So the one question that we're going to ask is, when you hear the word vision, what does it mean to you? So, and then do you have you ever had like a vision that for your life that didn't make sense to the people around you? And then how do you distinguish that? So we'll just start with that. I'm gonna just call you BJ because I can't, Barbara.
Thank you, because you're killing me with the Barbara right now. Thank you. Whole government name out there.
Okay, so like when you hear the word vision, what does that mean? Like,
Well, it is somewhat what you can see.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop with what you could just see. It's what you could see it also being. Because sometimes you see your dream before it comes to pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you wake up and you have these visions, or you're envisioning things, the same thing over and over again, that's something you're passionate about. It may not be happening right now, but you can see it clearly, and you can start to take those steps toward making that dream happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So vision for me is when you talk about, because back in the day, everybody's talking about, oh, what's the vision you got? So vision to me means plan. Okay. But people have say that you have to receive the vision. So to me, it's the plan. Like, what's the plan? Where are we going? What are we trying to do? And then how have you ever had the vision for your life that didn't make sense? I think for me, because maybe I'm not the author of my vision, sometimes it does not make sense, because you have people, I guess, that are coming in your life and you be like, why they in my life? What's how are they making? Yeah. What's the purpose, and how are they making things good for me? Like, I don't even know why I went through a lot of things. Yeah. So okay, we're gonna go. why I went through a lot of things, and then because so that's I'm like, dang God, did you give me that plan? Like, okay, so when I look at that, I'm like, I don't know if that's really what the vision means. And then how do you distinguish it between something you simply want and something you truly believe that he's calling you toward?
Well, that's the tricky part. So first, let me go back to yes, your vision means it's a plan. Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah, but I want to add to that and put this. Okay, I want to add to that. It is your plan. That's a good word. But you can have a plan, but if your plan is not in action, is it really? Are you going anywhere? Right. The plan needs to be in actions. So I'm gonna stop there on that one. The second thing you said was, what if your vision, because people talk about stuff all the time and then they will drag their feet. And when I say people, I'm talking about me as well. There sometimes I've spoken on things and I keep saying it, but it's a plan, but it's not a plan in action. So now I'm dragging my feet. So now I'm just talking. Yeah. So I should probably stop doing that and actually sit down, put in the time to do what I say I'm going to do to make the dream come true, or the vision that I have for me to come true, or put in the work so that God can help it make it come true. How about that? But then you said something about, before I move on, sometimes we have these dreams and we share them with people and they are not as passionate as we are about it. And sometimes we try to talk you out of it because they don't understand your big thinking. Correct. Okay.
So that's so then you have to believe in a vision where there's absolutely no evidence yet that it's going to work, or the people that's in that thing with you, whether they need to be there for it to work. So, okay, go ahead.
But you don't need people to understand your vision or your dream. It's yours.
Right. But
you don't need them to co-sign it.
But until you get there.
But even if it hasn't come true yet, you still don't need them to validate your dream. It's yours.
You're right.
It is yours.
You're right.
Let's look at these influencers now. We know influencing is a big thing now. 10 years ago, it really wasn't. It wasn't a thing. You couldn't say as a career you're an influencer, but a lot of those men and women who are big influencers right now have been doing it for 10 or 15 years. So for us, it seems like, oh, they just popped out. No, they've been working behind the scenes all this time. They had a full-time gig. They did this on the side. So it's not, I'm going to say for them, it wasn't about people validating them. They just kept going. They kept going. They kept the plan going in action. And so now they've put in the work behind the scenes, and now we can see the fruits of their labor up front.
Right. So again, your vision is yours. I get that. But then for me, what I was saying is that no, I don't have to have people validate that. But I just feel like some people, I don't know why you're here. Are you trying to help me, navigate? Is it part of it? So that's we're gonna table that.
Some people benefit from your glow up.
We're gonna get to that. I don't even know what to do.
Some people benefit from your energy. Some people benefit from whatever.
Wait. Okay, so next one. Number 2, clarity. We gotta make it plain for us. So vision shows us something. Clarity helps me understand what I'm seeing. Maybe who I'm seeing. Sometimes we don't need another opportunity. We need clarity about the opportunities already sitting in front of us, right? Okay. So have you been we go through seasons where we know that he was moving on our behalf, but you weren't clear about where he was moving. He was moving you, right? And then what do you do when you don't have the entire answer? Like you're not clear. Or you feel that you're not clear, and then how do you keep moving?
The biblical answer is you be okay with where God has you at the time. Yeah. Now, humanly, that is extremely difficult. Just because I gave that answer don't mean that I can do what I just said.
Right. Correct.
Humanly, it is difficult. I just try to do the very best that I can to be obedient as much as I can, which sometimes is not a lot. I sometimes try to step in and fix it, and I can end up messing it up because if God needed my help, he would have asked. He'll never ask.
I think I'm in that season right now. So I know I've been in a season where God he's I'm moving and shaking, but I'm not clear, about where. I do see, I know what he said to me, what I need to do, but maybe, but I guess when you're going through things and you like, dang, what does it take all this? Won't you just give me what I need? But I think the key word for me is humbleness, to keep me humble and give me patience. I don't have none. And
the word is growth.
Teach me. Yeah, all of that.
How he gonna grow you through the process?
Yeah,
he can't give you everything.
He gotta grow me so I can glow. Yeah.
If he give you everything, you ain't gonna grow. So now, what have you learned in the process? Nothing, but that God gonna give you what he was already gonna give you anyway.
Yeah,
but he has to grow you so that when you get what you're asking for, you're ready.
Yeah. Do you
think say that because I am there too. I am being grown and pruned, and so that what I'm asking for, I am ready. It hurts and it's hard.
Okay, Listen. Okay, do you think sometimes we cause something confusion when we're really afraid to make a decision? I say yes. Well, no, I say no and yes, because you can be confused, or it can be confusing to you about, where, because you want to do what you want to do, but there's something that you need to do that's the right thing to do. So we like to do what we want to do, but we don't like to do everything that's aligned with where we're trying to go. So yeah, it is a yes and a no answer for me. So I don't know what's yours.
Ask me that question one more time.
Okay, so do you think sometimes we call something confusing when we're really afraid to make a decision?
I think sometimes we call it confusion to justify what we are doing, not because we don't want to make a decision. We've made a decision that we're going to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
But we just say it's confusing because when we say it to other people, it sounds better.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah. The excuse, you don't want to do that.
I have to be very careful because I'm a person who, I'll be like, I know it was wrong. I did it.
Yeah. Guys, growing up too, you was that person to get the wild.
I know it was wrong. I did it anyway.
I wasn't supposed to do that, but I want to do it because I want.
And then I'm gonna be honest about it. If you ask me, I did it. I'm on punishment.
Okay. So then you want to be the real person. I really don't want to lie to you about that.
No, I don't even do all that. No, I did it.
Yeah,
I did it. I said it. I meant it. I know I'm in trouble. I'll take the punishment.
Yeah, but I had fun doing it.
Not a good habit. However, I have to be honest. That is who I sometimes am.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the next number 3 is alignment. Does my life match my game plan, my prayers that I'm asking? This is where basically you would say, okay, we're going to ask the question. Can you pray for one thing and live something completely opposite from what you've been praying for? You can pray for peace while you entertaining. Oh, Jesus, this is me. You was entertaining total chaos. You're going to pray for financial freedom while refusing to change your financial habits. I don't need no other shoes, but knowing I need to stop. Okay. Healthy relationships while continue to accept unhealthy behavior. You sit down and you pray for growth while refusing to leave environments that you've outgrown. So at some point, your actions have to come into alignment with what you really saying, because we look crazy. How many times
I was gonna say that?
Like, dang, she look crazy. You already noticed this situation, but you keep playing the game, the wrong game, right? So what did you do, or what did you have to change in your own life to become aligned with the woman that you're praying that or who you say you're going to become? Have you ever tried to walk away from something good because you knew that it wasn't aligned with where you were supposed to be going? So
for me, it starts with my thinking. A friend of somebody's dad once said to me, maybe it was at church, stinking thinking. If the thoughts aren't right.
You said stinking thinking?
They say it's stanking, actually, because stinking thinking.
Stinking thinking. Okay.
Because if the thoughts ain't right, the actions probably will follow up behind the thought. So you got to change your mindset.
Right.
And I don't want to say distance yourself from people you've outgrown, but I'm a firm believer that if that is your prayer, God's gonna figure out a way to remove them. Every time I say, every time I pray, if this person is not for me, out of my life,
He do it.
Now, the sad thing is that sometimes we say it, we don't really mean it.
Yeah.
And then He go to removing things that you want, not need, not that He sent you, that you want. And then you hold on to it and it hurts so bad because he's basically having to rip it from you. When I say
but that's growth, like you're saying. Everything for us ain't good.
All that glitters ain't gold.
And everybody for us ain't good. Help us, Lord. Help us.
Well, everybody ain't for you. So
so can obedience sometimes look like the loss before it takes you to elevation? Yes.
It might seem like that and it might feel like that, but again, my friend always reminds me, because you didn't get the thing you wanted doesn't mean what He has for you is not better. So when you keep that in the forefront of your mind, that she's like, and I'm not saying it's easy, it's hard, because you want what you want, but what God has for you is going to be better.
Yeah.
So what are you questioning right now? And I'm like, nothing. Like you can't see it because but he has already prepared whatever you need. You just got to get to it. So you got to get through this process.
And the key is, like, for you, as far as for your game plan, the whole thing is you got to wait. I think the whole piece of this is patience. I keep saying it. Patience. But then you need to make sure that you doing the things that you need to do, because even though, like, when you're going through, if you don't make the right play, you're going right back to the beginning.
To the bench.
To the bench. You're on the sideline.
You ain't getting no playing time.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody putting you back in the game for making the same mistake 12 times.
For real. So the next one is strategy. So
hold on. Before you go to strategy, who want to run into a brick wall 12 times? You're going to have 12 knots. The first knot ain't helping. Yeah. Okay, the second knot.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you get to the fifth knot, now it's insanity. Because you know it ain't. You know it's crazy. You know you're about to get a knot. And you choosing the knot.
Yeah, you're doing the same things, expecting different results. But I mean, I've done that. I ain't gonna lie. I've done that.
Everyone has. But you have to grow from it. Yeah. Everyone has.
But the first couple of times, I ain't grow from it. I just felt like, okay, I'm gonna try it this way.
And how many times you had that test over and over again till you passed it?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But see, I didn't realize that's what it was. Like, why do I keep going through the same thing? Why do I keep going through the same thing? And finally, have a conversation and say, dang, he's gonna keep taking you through it until you pass it. Like, it is a test. So if you don't have a test, you can't have a testimony. You can't talk about what happened, how you got through it, what you know. And again, my problem was I wasn't aligning with the right people. Actually, just the right environments or anything like that. So yeah.
So on that environment, Joyce Meyer said something that always stuck with me. Mm-hmm. She was like, it's okay to be around people who are not exactly like you.
Right.
The goal with that is for you to affect them and not allow them to infect you.
Okay. So
because if you're affecting them, they should be becoming better.
Mm-hmm.
You, or you should be maybe trying to level them up. If they're infecting you, now they are bringing you down, and that's not what you want. So that's the goal when you're around people who are not exactly like you, is to try to affect them, but not let them infect you.
But then there's a flip side to that. So what if you're here and they're affecting you in a positive way? You feel me?
Oh, then yes, that's absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then it may be that's the alignment. You may be aligned with them where you both are coming into or becoming where you need to be. So I think you got to that's why I'm saying you got to make sure
mutualistic.
Yeah, definitely. Because if not, you'll be right here. And I mean, that's the struggle right there. Flag on flag.
Where my song at?
Blow the whistle.
I can't. I have to wait a minute. Gotta do it.
Okay, so the next we can't even hear.
Okay.
The next one is strategy. So faith still needs a plan. Okay. Even though we have some strategy. So you believe, most of us, if you worship God, you definitely believe in prayer. You definitely believe in faith. Okay. But you also believe, God gives us a mind to think. And so you can pray over like your business. You can still have a business plan. You can pray over your finances and you still need a business plan. You still need a budget. You can pray about your career and you still need to prepare. You can pray about different opportunities. And you still need to be ready when somebody calls your name. You know what I mean? So having faith in certain things doesn't eliminate the strategy, because faith should give you the strategy purpose.
Right.
Come on, somebody. All right.
Right. So what's the question?
Right. So where does strategy fit into faith? And then have you ever prayed for or about something and then realized God was waiting for you to move? Because we always be like, God, I'm just waiting for you to move. I need you to
feel like every time I pray, that's what it is. I feel like every time I pray, that's what it is. God is waiting for me to move. He's already done it. He's just waiting on me to get right so he can bring me to it. Every time I pray, I feel like that. Every single time.
Yeah, and you know what though, BJ? I believe that's total growth, because you got to get there. Like every time you pray. Yeah. So I hear sometimes the young people, and of course I'm talking about my young people, they be like, dang, I'm so tired of praying about everything. I prayed. I feel like God don't hear me, but maybe that's because you're not aligned. You're not in the right place. And then you're not, you don't have the faith the size of a mustard seed.
And sometimes it's just not your time yet. Yeah. Because getting it too early means you're going to ruin it.
Yeah. You ain't ready for it.
So it's not your time, which is why it takes time for him to prepare you, to process you through this whole the whole waiting time period.
Yeah.
Like you're not ready.
Yeah.
Everybody say they want to be a millionaire. Oh, I want to hit the lottery. I want to be a millionaire. I don't know if I want that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I have a shopping problem, which means mentally I ain't ready. Like, let's be real. Mentally, I am not. Now, I am 1,000 times better than I was about 10 years ago. Okay, because I stayed in the store.
Oh, yes.
However, still, if you have $1 million or millions of dollars,
right?
Unless your mind is right, you're still going to blow through it. So you're going to have the money for what? Maybe 2 or 3 years. And now you back at square one. That makes no sense. Yeah. That's why most of us, when people who play the lottery, they don't win. You know the people who win the lottery?
They need to go see a financial advisor to call Sheeran.
You know the people who win the lottery? The people who don't shop, they don't want nothing. They look like they ain't been nowhere. They ain't trying to do nothing. They look regular. They don't want no regular nothing. And they could walk into somewhere and write a check and buy $1 million house. And you like, what? He got on a t-shirt and some raggedy jeans and some beat up loafers.
You know, the other day I had this conversation with this lady that I'm very, very familiar with. And I said to her, why are you going to Home Depot? Because she loved to go there. Why are you going to Home Depot looking like that? And then why you got them shoes on? She told me, that's why I got money and you don't.
See that?
That's
wait a minute.
Yes, blow whistle. I'm telling you, that's the thing. So, okay. So then, what practical action are you taking right now towards something that you already been praying about? Only practical action that I'm taking right now is to continue to be in prayer. That's it. And to really just focus. Because I don't know. I'm just, and just this thing, life, the older I'm getting, it's just I'm waiting and I'm patiently waiting, and ain't nothing really moving me and shaking me. So that's it. That's all I can do.
I'm at a point where I just say, especially with the shopping, you're going to always want something. Just stop. Don't buy it. Because you get this and then it's going to be something next week. There's always going to be something you want. Once I got that in my mind, it cut back on a lot of money that I wasted. Because when you look at the end of the year, how much money you've wasted on foolishness that you could have invested, that you could have saved, that you could have put down on buying property, you like, at this point, I could have 10 properties I could have owned if I had just stayed out of those people's stores, giving them money. Yeah. The people the designers who already got the money, they've already made it hand over fist. And now I'm still lining their pockets while I'm sitting here talking about, oh, Lord, help me get out this situation because I done overspent again this month. I had to get my whole life together. Like, girl, stop.
Yeah. So, all right. We on the number 5 is some doors don't make sense. because it's favor. So favor don't mean everything is easy. It doesn't mean everybody likes you. It doesn't mean you won't experience rejection. Sometimes favor is the door that closes because God really knows what's behind it. So, and then sometimes favor is being overlooked, right? When we think we should have got that job or we should have got that promotion. Sometimes favor is God connecting you to the one person who changes the trajectory of your life. So, like, what has favor looked like in your life? And have you experienced a closed door that you later realized was protection? And then can favor sometimes make people uncomfortable? It absolutely can, because a lot of people is uncomfortable with the favor that
because it's not fair.
Yeah,
Favor not fair. And sometimes people don't understand how she getting all this, how she doing, how you worried about the wrong things. Stay close. That means God in the area. He could be on his way to you.
Yeah, and then you don't know what I had to go through to get right here. So that
people always see the end result and not the journey. They see the result at the end. Oh, she a millionaire. Did you know what she had to do to get to be a millionaire?
Yeah, exactly. What the struggle was. The up all night, the late nights, early mornings, the hustle, the prayers, the crying, the snotting, all of that.
Pastor Mike says, stop wanting people's life when you don't know the process they had to go through to get their life. Stop wanting their life when you don't know the struggle. You don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't know the fasting they had to do, the praying they had to do, the time they had to put in. You only see the result. You never saw the journey.
Yep.
He said, so for you think it happened overnight. For them, it's been 20, 25 years. And now here it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh,
so again, you want to do what?
Yes. How do you remain humble when God opens doors for you? Will he be opening them doors? I mean, let me answer that. How do you remain humble? It's because I think you don't remain humble. You had to be humble. For me, a lot of people will look and be like, oh my God, she has this, she has that. But I think through everything, there was a time in my life, where you younger, you crazy, you just feel like you're somebody owes you something. But what they say, keep on living. When you keep on living and you go through things, life will humble you. Okay, situations and even the people, BJ, that you be around. People in situations, the people that you're in those situations with, you will become humble. And that's just all a part of your story or whatever. So I think life will keep you that. When them doors be opening and then things keep coming, you like, okay, listen, this just didn't happen for me. It's been like that. So I'm
right.
Yeah, I think for me, I've been humble about, not everything, but certain things. And then now, and then now, I think the older that I get, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I don't even need to be huffy puffy about that. I just need to be chilling, like just really humble about everything. Yeah.
So for me, I think you're being humble when you have come through something and then you could help somebody else who's going through it come through it as well. Because people sometimes don't admit it, but any situation that could be scary, let's say somebody get diagnosed with cancer, you could be encouraging, but unless you yourself have been diagnosed with cancer, you don't truly know.
Yeah.
Unless you've had a personal relationship with it, maybe like a close relative or something, and you've watched them go through it. But still, even then, you can only feel empathy for them. You don't know how it feels.
Yeah.
So,
I think too with situations,
it has to be a real experience or situation for you where you're reaching back and helping somebody through.
So, and I think for what, like recently, I've had the experience of helping someone. being there for somebody. And I told them this just yesterday. You helped me. You encouraged me. Me being able to, or blessed to be able to help you has humbled me, has totally humbled me and made me think about life totally different. Like, just the things that I complain about, I don't need to complain about, because it's really not that big of a deal.
It's not.
But because we are so in our ways and how we think life is, the gist of it, from that person being one way one day and the next, not even 24 hours, their life changing, that in itself humbled me, to see the person still thriving, still happy, still having a smile on their face. And here I am complaining about, oh, that thing get me full. Just yeah, go ahead, because I'm gonna cry.
Minimal things, complaining about minimal things when there is a bigger picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's just really what, but again, that's self-awareness, which we talked about the last time.
Yeah.
That's growth, which we talked about this time.
Yeah.
That's reflection. In order to grow, you got to reflect.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because
and then you've had to gain wisdom over the years or over that time period, so that you understand, I'm thinking differently. That is wisdom.
I'm thinking differently, totally thinking differently. And then you can see the next person who is really out of the box and not even understanding the fact that, hey, what you talking about really ain't hitting on nothing. It's really not that important. You really need to be focusing on this, because this right here is important. Life in itself is important. Your plan for life, like, okay, you can have this game plan, but again, and this is what I'm saying. So the person's game plan was one way, but guess what? Because of their environment and what happened with them, changed the trajectory of their life. So again, this is totally important, that you got to have the right. You can have a game plan, but you got to have the right environment, all of that. Because it can change
the right support system too.
Yeah. So
you have to have the right support system. Sometimes it's hard to do things alone, even though sometimes you have to. You have to have the right support system. Not saying they have to validate what you're doing, but just kind of be supportive. Kind of just either hype you up or just say, you know what, I don't understand this. This idea don't sound good to me, but it's your idea. Go ahead and go through with it.
Yeah. All right. So environment. For this game plan, we got to have the right environment to have the right. Everybody can't go with you. Yes. Everybody, your environment totally matters. Everybody who loves you cannot necessarily lead you. Ooh. Blow the whistle. Who knew the old you cannot understand the woman that you're becoming, and everybody who started the journey with you may not have the capacity to finish with you. So that doesn't always make them bad people. And sometimes you simply entered a different season of your life. So how important has your environment been to your growth? And have you ever had to change your circle to protect what you got going on? I'm a go. So yeah, my environment has been so vital to my growth. And I feel like, because I'm a people person, but I'm also a loner at the same time. So I'm okay. Yeah, I know. So I'm okay. I'm absolutely okay to be in a circle of people. Now I could be the life of the party. Back in the day, I used to be the first one going out on the dance floor, getting it started. Okay.
By myself.
Yeah, by myself.
I don't need a partner.
Yeah, I don't really want no partner, because I want to dance with who I want to dance with. I don't like
you slowing me down.
Yeah, and I don't like the slow dance, because that's my time to take a break. So I was okay with just being out there by myself, being the life of the party. But also there's times when I feel like, and I think that's why it took me so long to get in a relationship. But I think it was the person I really have to mesh with that person. to be able or have some kind of, what I thought. But anywho, that's another throne thoughts. But anywho, but I'm just saying, I'm okay to be by myself, and I'm learning that now at this age. It's okay for me to sit on my throne and be in here just by myself, because I have not been able to do that. Like I said in the last time, I ain't been able to do that basically all my life. Like I've been in the house with somebody, and I haven't been able to do that. So my environment has been very vital to my growth. I've had to change my circle, absolutely, because I'm not even understanding why some people be tripping on who I am. I don't even do anything different. I don't
understand. Yeah. And sometimes people don't understand, they often just continue to question instead of just letting it be what it's going to be.
Yeah. So my whole circle, which it's never been big. It's never been big. I think in a lot, and two, I've been in a small circle, or if I've been in a big circle, the true people have been so small in my circle. So, and then how did I know that I was outgrowing that environment? Yeah, when we don't have nothing in common. I'm totally on something else, and y'all not something. And I think God does that for me. Like when I ask God to give me that discernment, and he's totally done that for me. I don't have to continue to be in your face because I'm good by myself. So if I drift away from you, and I count myself as being that type of friend, I could call you every day, but then again, I don't have to call you every day. And if we really true to the game, we should be able to pick back up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know it's true. But if it ain't, it's like, okay. So what about you? How was your environment?
So for me, because I grew up part of my life in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And it's not, I outgrew Cleveland, but not my friends in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And so most of them stayed there. One moved to New York kind of when we were in high school. Mm-hmm. That's where she's from. They are okay. They flourish in Cleveland. They still are accomplished. They still, got the education or the job experiences or the professions they wanted. I could not. It would have stunted my growth just because I'm a person that has to explore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or else I feel trapped. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So for me, moving to Florida was probably the best thing I ever did. I don't always like it, but it grew me up because, again, I am the youngest, was raised kind of like the only child. And so it was all about me.
Yeah.
It was the DJ show all day, every day. Mm-hmm. So I needed to be somewhere to grow me up where, guess what, little girl, it's not really about you. Your parents just made you feel like that because they loved you. But it's really not. That grew me up when I went to college. When I left there, I had a good sense or base of who I was and how to behave as an adult, not a spoiled child.
Yeah.
Well, that environment was very good for me. When I moved from college to Tampa, from Daytona to Tampa, it grew me up even more because now I'm mixing and mingling with other educators.
Yeah.
In several schools and to me, I'm like, oh, I'm just meeting people to the point now I'm at a salon and people are walking there like, oh yeah, I know you. And it's like, you know, me. And they're like, oh no, you helped my kid. And I'm like, I did win. So a lot of my connections come from either students or parents or teachers. And that again had shaped me because then now I'm pouring into people's kids that I don't know. I just go to work and do my job. But parents recognize it. And when they see me in the community, they like, oh no, girl, you did something. And I'm like, I did what?
Yeah.
Child, my kid is good to go. Whatever you did, keep doing it. You are amazing. And I do shy away from that because I'm not going in there to be amazing. I'm just going there to help your kid.
Help your kid.
I know what's out there in the real world and I want them to be successful. So those are the environments that shaped me or changed who I am from a spoiled, self-centered teenager to an adult woman.
Yeah. So what kind of people should a woman intentionally surround herself with when she's trying to build something bigger than herself?
Somebody who's already built it.
Yeah.
Or someone who is also trying to, paired with someone who is also trying to build.
Yeah, I feel like the proof is in the pudding. So they always say you need to be able. So a lot of people can talk about a lot of things, but if you don't really see the proof, you don't really see how they actually build it, or they can't really take you through those steps. They can just tell you, okay, yeah, I got this, I got that, and I hear that and I see that all the time. Yeah, I have this, I have that, but okay, you can say you make all this money and yeah, it just be like, what? I don't never see no, it's not that I don't never see no proof, but I just, it's just a lot of people that they have a lot of chat. They can talk a
good game.
Talk a great game, but you don't never
nothing to back it up.
Nothing. And
no so proof labor. Yep.
No proof, no proof. Yeah. So I think, like you said, surround yourself with people that are women that have, or men even, that have done it. You can see it. They have the game plan.
Just who are supportive, even if they haven't done it and they're like, you know what? I don't know anything about that. I ain't never did it. However, girl, I got your back. That's what you want to do. Go ahead and do it.
I'm going to invest in you. I'm going to,
whether it's time, talent, or treasure.
Correct. That's a good one. Time, talent, and treasure. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so we're going to get to the wisdom. Knowing what to do with what you have right now. So that's it. That's the game plan. Knowing what to do with what you have. So wisdom is different from information. That's the one thing we gotta, you can have wisdom about things, but you may not have information about that. So you can have degrees and still lack wisdom. Let me blow that wisdom. But
what? Hold on. What you need it again? Need it again?
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can have degrees and still lack wisdom. People kill me with that. That don't mean you got the wisdom. Okay, you can have money and still lack wisdom. Okay, for the people in the back. Do y'all hear me?
So okay, it's kind of like this analogy.
Hold on. You can have influence and still lack wisdom. Okay, wisdom is knowing what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and sometimes when not to do anything at all, because every opportunity isn't your opportunity. Like you said, BJ, everything, it's not about you and it's not your opportunity. So every invitation that you have doesn't deserve a yes. Like we said last time, it's sometimes you got to start with the no. Start with the no. Every battle doesn't deserve your energy. It ain't. Oh, I don't know whether to drink or okay, so what decision would you, woman, today, tell the younger version of yourself not to make? Oh God, go ahead, because I'm waiting.
My biggest thing is being wasteful with money, being a better steward over my finances.
Yeah.
And I wish I had learned it earlier. Like I would say late 20s.
Yeah.
You would have
been set right now.
I really would have been, but I didn't. And so when we talk to young people, I'm always very adamant about saying, be careful with your finances. Even talking to my niece, one of them who's 26, who has a college degree, who has a great job, a great HR job, and still at home, not, really paying any bills per se. She contributes, but I'm like, listen, you are in such a great place. Get with a financial advisor, put this to the side, do this. I wish I was in your situation, making your money at 26.
Yeah.
As a teacher at 26, child, I think Yeah. I think Hillsborough County was paying me $31,000 for the year.
Yeah. Yeah, but even in the banking world, for me, 2 kids working at Chase in the financial sector, and I'm only at first health plan services, and I'm only making $25,000 a year. That what? But so, it was a time then.
Correct.
Now, so correct.
And they make so much more now. So that's the biggest thing I would tell the younger me. Pay attention to your finances. Now, I will tell you, there was an older lady which is why I have a retirement account, an additional retirement account. Mm-hmm. Her name was Mildred Carter. Mm-hmm. God rest her soul. Sassy lady, always dressed, always wore a hat to school, had a hat to match everything, whether it was sequins, a rhinestone, whatever, she got a hat.
Yeah.
When she realized we had similar personalities, we were kindred spirits. Mm-hmm. She's like, "Come here, little sassafras." Yes, ma'am. Because I feel like you gave me a nickname. You got some nuggets for me. Come on, drop it.
Right.
She was like, "I want you to meet with this financial advisor and set you up this account and this and that. I don't need you to be 50 and broke."
Correct.
I said, "Oh, okay." She says, "I want you to be able to retire and do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. You already young and you got this many years in. When you retire, you're going to be a smidgen over 50.
Right.
If you don't want to work, you don't have to. But if you want to, then you have the option. But I also want you to set yourself up for better." Right. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. Mm-hmm. And she made me sit down with that financial advisor. And I was like, "You know what, Miss Carter? I sure appreciate
you." Yeah.
I appreciate you. I do, because you really set me up, especially for retirement. Now, should I have done a better job with my savings? Yes, but my retirement, I have no issues there. None.
Right.
So I would just tell my younger self, be mindful of your finances, be a better steward over your finances. And sometimes, because I have a big heart and if people need help, I will help them. I was wasteful with my money and I maybe should not have helped them because that wasn't my assignment. And I did it anyway, because I didn't know then, I was young.
Yeah.
But in this older age, I can see that now.
Yeah. So basically, that's basically, you can have all those things and still lack the wisdom. Like you're saying, everything doesn't deserve your energy. So what I would say to my younger self, which I agree with, being a better steward over your finances. I don't care who it is. What Cash Doll say with the 10 commandments? Yeah, the Cash commandments, 1 through 10. Everything she said, 100%. Okay, don't let them do nothing. Men, women, whatever the case may be. Another thing is don't be afraid to try and live your life. Go for the things that you think that you wouldn't be able to do. Couldn't do it. Don't settle. Oh my God, there's a whole list of things that I would tell my younger self to this day. Say no, continuously say no. Don't worry about if don't be a people pleaser if it's not for you, because everything is not, is not for you. The opportunities that people present to you are not opportunity, and everybody is not your friend. Everybody don't love you. This is what, constantly I say, too bad. And you can't take everybody with you. Yeah. And so what has life taught you that education couldn't?
I'm scared to say the word, because whenever I say patience, the Lord sent me a bunch of tests.
Yeah. So
a bunch of them.
Yeah. Okay. So, education can't teach you not to be. Yeah, education can't teach you not to be dumb. I don't care how educated you are. It's some dumb educated people. Lord, they don't got sense. That's just it.
Well, some people lack common sense. They have knowledge, but they
that's what I'm saying. Sense. No. Okay, well, let me rephrase that. Yes. Yeah. Common sense, fresh out, elevator to the flow. Okay. Book sense, as my mama would say. Book sense, amazing. Common sense, none. I don't have no street sense. I didn't have no street sense. What they say, I'm green, on a lot of things, and that's the truth. That's the truth. And I can say that because I didn't, BJ, I didn't grow up like that. So again, right. I didn't have that street sense, or that hustle or whatever. No, some people hustle you out your
underwear,
your lips. They'll hustle you out your teeth. Oh, Jesus, they'll hustle you out your teeth. Okay, and you need them. You need your teeth, and they'll hustle you up out your teeth. My God. Okay, some people just have their hustle. They'll talk you up, like people say with the men. They'll talk you up out your drawers. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Yeah. So again, how do you know when to move and then when to wait? You don't. Only God knows.
You do not.
So you don't. And I'm just going to say it for myself. You don't.
You don't. That's why I didn't answer that question. You don't. That song, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, when to walk away. Yeah. It's a made up song because nobody knows.
Yeah. Totally. So if you could give one piece of wisdom to the woman watching tonight who knows God has more for her, but doesn't know where she needs to begin, what you going to tell her?
Two things.
Yeah.
Trust God. Believe in yourself.
Yeah. But if they don't know God,
if you don't know God, always bet on you.
Yeah. Period. That right there. Blow that whistle. Go ahead.
Say less. I'll just play it for you really quick.
Yeah.
I had it queued up and then it went.
Yeah. Blow the whistle. Yeah. Listen, I'll always bet on you. That's the truth. Listen, if you know God, pray, wait for him, and then wait to hear from him, not everybody else. But then that's the whole game plan. I think, through everything that you go over, that we went over, you got to basically have clarity, the vision, you know what I'm saying? All of that. But again, you have to wait on the Lord.
But if you bet on yourself, he's going to show up, and then what's going to happen is you will get to know him.
Yeah, don't put it.
And you will realize it was him the whole time, leading and guiding you through this whole process.
Yeah, don't put your trust in men, and I'm talking about women too. Women, men, your kids.
When we say man, we mean man or woman.
Yeah, man or woman. I'm not just talking about the men, because people think, oh my God, since she got a divorce, she don't like the men. Since that's not it. That's not it. So
the word man is after woe, like
man.
Man.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, I don't know if you all here tonight. If you want to get in the conversation, so just drop one word in the chat if you want to. Which part of your game plan do you need the most? Is it vision? Is it clarity? Is it alignment? Is it strategy? Is it favor? Is your environment? Is it wisdom? And then just don't put like the word in the comments before you go to bed tonight. Really seek God and ask him for directions in that area. So for me, it's just basically I need the wisdom. That's my thing tonight.
And when you drop your word, put a whistle next to it.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So for me, I need the wisdom for the things that I have, how to move and how to basically go through life with the things that I am blessed with, because I am a blessed woman and I'm so grateful. You know what I'm saying? But I just need to know how to maneuver it. And then, so what's yours, BJ? So
I need more alignment and strategy.
Okay. Yeah. You need to be aligned with the right. That's true. Cause I think that comes. Yeah. I honestly, if you really want to say it, you need everything. The vision, the clarity.
You too, because I ain't want to name all 7.
The the vision, the clarity, the alignment, the strategy, the favor, the environment, all of that. All that. And and the wisdom. You need all of that. The game plan is that. You need that. Queens, before we close tonight, I need you all to hear me. Maybe you didn't need everything that you thought you needed. And maybe you don't need everybody to support you. But maybe you don't need the perfect circumstances, right? But maybe you don't even need more resources yet, okay? But you do need that vision. You do need the clarity, the alignment. You need the strategy. And when you start moving, you got to trust God with the favor. He got to protect you in your environment. And then ask him for the wisdom to manage everything that he's placing in your hands. And that's where I'm at right now. He has given me so many things, and I'm just asking him to really manage the things that he's placing in my hand, because sometimes that thing can be overwhelming. A lot of things can be overwhelming if we don't know really what to do with it. So if God can give you the vision, but you got to be willing to walk it out. I don't know if you got walk it out on your.
Don't let me find it. Yes, you do.
And look, stop thinking that you're behind because somebody else's life looks further ahead than yours. That's not it. That's so not it. Walk it out. Yeah, you got to be able to walk that thing. Listen, DJ, I hate it here. Okay, well, I'm gonna blow the whistle on her. Look, stop thinking you're behind because somebody else's life looks further than yours. Okay, and stop asking why their doors are open before yours, because that's their game plan. Y'all, we got to really be okay with the game plan that we got. You got your own assignment, your own thing, your own purpose, your own lane, your own crown. So for homework this week, don't just ask God, when is it going to happen? Ask him, God, what is my next move? And when he show you, you need to move. Because what we'll do is you got to walk that thing out. Walk it out, because you were designed on purpose for a purpose with a purpose. Y'all, it's Throne Thoughts. Real talk, real conversation, real queens. Right, BJ, you got something else to say? No,
I'm good. That on you.
All right, yes.
That on you, because God does.
Yes.
And listen, I do have something to add. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We get on here and we give good information or our opinions. That does not mean that we've mastered what we're saying. We can say it because we recognize that we haven't mastered it. Mm-hmm. So maybe speaking it will then help us to get closer to that point of mastering it.
Yeah.
It's not that we have it all figured out and together, because we do not.
Because we don't.
We fall, we get up, we fall,
we cry,
we fall,
cry,
we get up.
all that. Mad.
But it's the one foot in front of the other and continuing to just press forward.
Yes. So Throne Thoughts, y'all. Real talk, real conversations, real queens. And until next time, keep your crown on, stay in position, and make sure that you're reigning supreme. My name is Angela Davis, and
I'm Barbara Long, better known as BJ.
All right, and we are signing off, y'all. Y'all have a great night, great weekend.
Good evening.
We'll see you next week. All right, peace. Well, this thing on